Hey guys, BigMikeMW today bringing a video, and today we're covering Konni Group loadouts. So Konni Group is a Russian ultranationalist private military group or contractor group. We see them make an appearance in Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare 3. So here we have our Konni skin. So this was available here in Season 3 Battle Pass. You can see here in Section 16 for Caruso, I believe his name is. So here's the Konni skin. Looks really nice. So we'll go through Russian loadouts here for the Konni Group. First off, let's just look at the operator quick. Looks really good. Let's go ahead and preview. Not really a Russian accent. One thing I don't like is Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2019, like when you spun your operator, when you looked at them here, they would actually move when they were sitting here. This guy's just kind of static. They would, when you turn them, they would shift to the side. That happens in Modern Warfare 2 and 2019, but not here. So kind of weird, but it is a cool skin for Konni for sure. Nothing really crazy about it though. I wish it were more Russian, to be honest, but it's still a decent skin overall for a Konni Group. Now there is another skin, but you got to purchase a bunch of in-store items to get it, so I don't have that. I'm not sure even who it's available for. Maybe Makarov if we take a look. Nope, that just broke the game instead. So no, we'll stay with this. Let's go ahead and jump into the weapons. So first off, we're gonna run with the Orsis T5000. So Russian sniper rifle, trying our best to replicate it here with the SPX80. This is a Modern Warfare 2 sniper rifle. So you can see here, the Orsis T5000, fire is typically the same caliber. It's a multi-caliber weapon. You can swap it out. Pretty nice Russian sniper rifle. Now, this is like as close as we can get to it. I made this conversion back in Modern Warfare 2019 for this weapon, and here it is pretty much close. It looks very similar to what we see here with the different buttstock options. The only difference really is the handguard for the most part, but other than that, we got it pretty close to on point there. So we're going to run just a PEC, 1 milliwatt here. It gives you a top-mounted PEC, which is really nice. I'm going to run the heat source just because I like having a large scope on this rifle. It looks good. Now for the buttstock option, this is as close as we can get to kind of one of the stocks that we see on the T5000. So the PVZ 890. And then we're going to run just a grip here just for the different texture of the grip and the curvature. This Bruin Lynx grip, and then a bipod because it is a sniper rifle. So this is the Orsis T5000. First 238 Lapua Magnum, Norma, also convertible to 7.62 by 54R, 6.2 by 51. I think it takes a variety of different calibers. Really nice sniper rifle there. So this is a good one for sure. Let's go ahead and back out. Running with this, you can't make a Russian loadouts without the Bullpup PKP Pecheneg. So unfortunately, it's still bugged in the gunsmith. You have non-disintegrating links are coming out here, which is correct for the gun in real life, but here it is in the preview with the ejection port closed. So pretty interesting. I think they meant to do something with that and they just never finished it. So again, this is the Polymot 7.62. We're going to use the bullpup conversion. Going to use just any grip here is fine, but the Canty grip is a good one for the BO52 grip. I'm going to run a Wrath Guard compensator on this. And then we're going to run just an optic and a grip here. Nothing crazy with this weapon, but again, it is a bullpup Pecheneg. I really just wish it had the front sight post. I wish they mounted the optic on the front carrying handle pick rail as well, but it isn't nice overall. I think it is a good addition to the game. However, the rate of fire is incorrect, which does definitely bother me, which is one reason I don't really use it. Let's go up into the firing range here. Take a look. The Orsis T5000. Very nice. And then we have the PKP Pecheneg bullpup. Again, the inspect is good. The weapon's good. It bugs me that there's no front sight post, and the optic should be mounted on the front carrying handle. You can see here it's zoomed in too far because of that, which is exactly why it would be on the carrying handle Picatinny rail instead of this rear one. But it is nice to have in the game nonetheless. Next up, we're going to run an AK-103. So here's the 103 build, cast-off 7.62. We have the Zenico handguard on this. For the sport, we have a laser light combo. We're actually going to switch it out to a 1 milliwatt PEC Then we're going to run this Russian hollow, the Kairos hollow. Base buttstock is fine, and then we're going to run the Bruin tilt grip to try and get something similar to a kind of like an RK0 grip. And that's kind of the best we can do. But that's the AK-103 Zenico version with the Zenico Sport handguard there with a B33. Very nice weapon. Again, I'm a big fan of the AKs, as you know, so it's nice to be able to have operators to use them with that are actually Russian. And then we're going to run the PP19 Vitez. So the Vitez replaced the Bison. The Bison's in the game, but it was never really seen in service. The Vitez is used by FSB, tank crews, things like that for close quarters. So it is a really nice weapon. We're just going to run the Kazan Hilo, the PK holographic sight there, that Russian sight, and a Zenico buttstock. You can go ahead and put any other attachments you wanted on that. Go ahead and jump into the firing range with these ones. Check out the 103. Nice inspect. So I love the way the AKs look, honestly. They did a great job with these in Modern Warfare 2. Really nice inspect. Looking at the Vitez. Vitez, I'm really not the biggest fan of this weapon. I think it is a really nice weapon, but I personally, again, firing 9x19, I'd rather be using a 104 or a 105. Or even the AKS-74U with a rifle cartridge. Go ahead and back out. Next we have an AK-104 and the SVCH. So the AK-104, again, another cast-off 7.62. This time we're using the short bow. You can run either of these, 343 or the 342. Either of these would make it a 104. You can also do the Raid Breaker skin here if you have it for a nice black handguard for the 104. But this one, we're going to run that Midwest Industries M-Lock handguard. 1 milliwatt PEC on the side pick rail. Going to run a holographic sight, Zenico PT buttstock, and we're going to run the Merc foregrip, trying to represent something like an RK1 Zenico grip on this. And that's our AK-104 build. Next up, we have the SVCH, or the KV inhibitor, as a sniper rifle. Not a crazy build here. We're going to run a Raptor, 1 milliwatt PEC, and a bipod. You can fill in any other attachments you want, but the Raptor just looks clean on this. So really cool looking weapon. Big fan of it. Firing 7.62 by 51 millimeter, I believe it is here in game. Let's double check what they did with this one. All right, it's 338 Magnum. Okay, so 338 Norma, I believe is what this one is. Go ahead and jump into the firing range of the 104 and the SVCH. So the 104, a lot of fun games with this in DMZ. Still very viable. Definitely has its place in Warzone and stuff like that. But again, a really nice weapon. Short, larger, intermediate caliber weapon here for close quarters. So again, same length as the 105, but a heavier hitter. And obviously the reload is just great. So really nice. And the SVCH, I think it looks really nice with this Raptor sight. And a good reload on there too. Sounds beefy also, which is cool. Next up, this will be the last ones here. Then we can do some honorable mentions maybe, but the Alpha AK or the AK-105, or in this case, it's an AK-74M converted to an Alpha AK with Zenico attachments. So the cast-off 545 is the 105 at base. We're going to run the Zenico handguard, that IGK-30. Going to run any sight on this. Here we're running the Dragon's Eye optic, which I believe is supposed to be a Vortex, I want to say. We're going to run the F-Tech Elite stock, the Bruin tilt grip again for an RK0, and we're going to run the Coloss flash hider on there. So this is our Alpha AK 74M. This is something you would definitely see within Russian PMCs, Alpha, GRU, Spetsnaz, things like that. Very, very nice weapon. This is definitely, hands down, one of my favorites. It got the top pick rail and everything. Camo-wise, you can see I'm running just a desert camo on this to try and give it that Alpha AK look. Otherwise, you would see it in black, something like that. And then we're going to run the MP9. So the MP9 or the FJX Horus, going to run the suppressor that comes with the ECS suppressor. Gonna run the grip that comes with it. Just because the way the lower pick rail is, I mean, it's a small weapon. This would typically be tilted, angled forward. Here it's not, but again, with the way it is, like would barely be able to even fit your fingers in there, especially with gloves. So again, it is a cool foregrip. Looks nice. Gonna run the Viper optic on this, or the Cautious Reflex sight. That's the correct Russian one. And then you can throw in any other attachments you want, but that's the MP9. Again, this is used by FSB, so it would make sense that a PMC, Russian Alternative Group, would be using the same thing. So go ahead and look at our Alpha AK. Oh, terrible timing. So let's go ahead and back out really quick, get back in there. That seems to always happen. Refinement of the game, it doesn't allow you to sit in private matches in Modern Warfare 3, unlike 2019 and Modern Warfare 2. So again, let's look at the Alpha AK. 545 by 39 millimeter. Too bad they didn't give it an RK1 charging handle, but pretty flat shooter, and I wasn't anticipating how flat it was. I don't know if they did that update for the muzzle flash and recoil for the Modern Warfare 2 weapons yet, but it seems to be shooting very flat. So that's the Alpha AK. You have that nice Iraqi reload. And then the MP9. So unfold the buttstock. Favorite among FSB units. See if we can get that long target. You would never engage at this range, but we'll try it. With this grip, unfortunately, the horizontal and vertical recoil suffer. You'd be better off with a better grip, but to represent what you would see on the gun, that's what we'll use. Now, very nice builds. Those are all the weapons. Obviously, you have things that you could use, like the AKS-74U is another really good one that you can make that into a Zenical build. And there's some other ones, but I felt typically what would be used by a modern PMC Russian group, that's pretty much what you would see for sure. So go back to our Konni operator. That's what you would pretty much see. Typically, they're going to be running Alpha AK 105, 74Ms, maybe some 104s in there. Unfortunately, I didn't use the AN94 because I don't really like the way it looks in this game. It just doesn't really fit well on Russian operators if you're trying to be authentic. Other things you would probably see are the VSS, AS Vals, things like that. You would see some AN94s here and there, potentially. They have popped up in Ukraine. But we don't have the VSS or the Vals in the game. So those are our Konni operator builds, or our Konni Group weapon builds. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know other ones that you would have liked to see. But as far as what Russians would probably be using, what we're seeing with Wagner Group over in Ukraine too, that's pretty much what we'll be seeing for the most part, are all Russian weapons, and it's kind of the mainstays. You're not going to see any Bizons or 74Us, anything like that. So let me know your thoughts down below. You'd also probably see an A545, which is a modern AEK 971. Probably see a little bit of that potentially. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, Buffer Gaming out.